So now we've got the ring grab ability, we can enter Bongo Hills, which is the first level of Bandland. When you enter the level, you want to go to the right and all the way to the left to drop down. On this part here, you want to jump up on this platform while holding jump and right. You don't want to let go of holding jump because you'll do another buffer jump here and get a hang straight onto here. And when you jump up onto this platform, you'll spawn in a cage. When you want to jump up here, you need to be slightly careful because you can bonk your head on the right and fall back down. So you kind of want to jump off to the left, then go back right to get the cage, and then grab the cage. What can happen if you do fail the initial strat and you can't get the hang, there is a backup we can do. So what you want to do is go off to the left, punch, and then you might take a couple of attempts, but you want to punch off to the left and hold right while jumping, and you'll eventually get the hang. It takes a few attempts, but it's a nice little backup if you do miss that. So once we've got the cage, you go all the way back to the left again. It's faster going back here. You want to jump up and hold jump again, and hold right at the same time. And while you're in the air, let go of jump, and then you won't do the second jump, but you'll get a momentum to go off to the right. When we're going to the right, duck and hold crawl, or hold duck. You just want to get as much speed as possible by doing that. The next step is a little bit complicated. It can be easy to mess up, but the fastest way to do it is to do these specific jumps. But if you do mess up the jumps for any reason, it's fine. Just carry on going right, and it's just slightly slower. So when we're going right here, you want to jump a little bit early to get onto this top platform. Jump at the second ting, jump again and hold it, and you'll make some jumps like that. Try and copy the inputs. It's a lot easier once you've done it a few times yourself. If you're going to hit into one of these drums here, just pause for a second and then carry on going right. If they're not going to hit you, then just hold right and don't let go. And then you need to jump onto this drum here, jump up onto these clouds, then jump up to the flute, and just walk off to the end sign. So this is the second screen of Bongo Hills. The strat here, you want to do a big jump as the anti-tune spawns above your head. This will land you on the spring and stop the anti-tune below from hitting you. If you walk straight onto it, the anti-tune will hit you because it jumps up a lot earlier, and that slows you down quite a bit. Also, when you approach this mosquito here, you want to do a full jump, don't let go of X, and jump over him, then you'll clear him without any issue. And then jump up onto these bongo drums, and then jump up top of here, and then just carry on walking right. There'll be another mosquito here. You can do the exact same method, but you don't want to jump for as long as you can bonk on top of the platform above you. So it's a slightly shorter jump, but you should clear him quite easily. And then you just want to walk off this platform holding right, no need to jump, and you'll land on the cloud at the bottom. Prepare yourself because it'll move straight to the right, so you want to do a quick duck. And before you get up, you want to make sure you're not above the spike. It's quite easy to hit your head on the spike if you're not careful. So make sure you clear the spike, and then get back up and jump onto the next cloud. Wait for the cloud to move up slightly, and you can do a full jump and get a hang onto this platform here, and then carrying off to the right. On these platforms, you just want to keep walking right and not doing any jumps. So this is quite a big strat. It's quite a big time save. If you do fail the strat, it's better to kill yourself and try it again. The casual way of doing the screen is really slow. So it's worth just keep trying to do the strat until you get it. It's a strat you're going to want to practice a lot before doing runs anyway. But the way you do the strat, you want to walk off to the right and push yourself against this platform, which will reset your momentum. Don't worry too much about resetting your momentum. Just know you want to hold left against this platform here, and it'll make the strat a lot easier. So as you're falling, you'll land on this cloud. You want to wait a few frames, and then walk off to the left. And as you're about to land on these spikes, you want to press right, and you'll do a damage boost that gets you onto this bottom cloud. And then once you're on the cloud, you want to hold left and jump up onto the top cloud again, and you want to hold left for a little bit of time until you're under that first blue spike, and that way you won't bonk and you can clip through it, just like this. Let's try that again, and then we can clip right through it like that. And that way is a lot quicker than the casual way. Like I said, if you do fail that, like we just did, just die and then retry it again. The strat's not too bad once you get used to it, but yeah, you want to die and retry that strat. It looks a lot harder than it is. It's going to take some time to get the muscle memory to do that strat, but it's well worth learning. So once we've done that strat, you want to hit the cage. So there's two ways you can do this. It's not too bad if you do fail it, but you can do a late jump and get onto the top platform where the anti-tune's walking, and just give him a quick punch and walk off to the left. If you fall, it's fine. You can just walk at the bottom route and go all the way to the left, which is not a big deal. You just walk along these and do small jumps on these clouds, You don't want to do big jumps, because if you do a really big jump, occasionally the anti-tunes above you can hit you. So you just want to do medium-sized jumps and get all the way off to the left. If you do get to that top platform, you can just do a full jump off the platform, and you'll just land by the clouds. We should show you doing that now. There's not too much difference in the speed. It's slightly faster. Just do a full jump, keep holding left, and you'll land on the clouds. So here you want to be a bit careful. It's quite easy to get hit by these anti-tunes. You just want to jump and punch, and then hang, and then jump up on each one of these. Take your time. If you do it too fast, you can easily get hit. So this is the next really hard strat of the game. It's a casual strat, but essentially you want to jump as late as possible to clear these 2 green spikes. It's quite deceiving on how far you have to jump. It's very easy to not make it and fall straight through, which will be an instant death, but you want to really delay your jump and jump across that other cloud. I'd recommend practicing this quite a few times so you get a feeling for it, but the only way to learn it is just to get that feeling on knowing when to jump. And once you've done that, just carry on to this other cloud, jump down, and then walk to the end sign. If you're low on health, you can grab the P through the platform and carry on walking left. So the cloud when jumping off to left isn't usually there, it's just because of the ROM hack, but usually there won't be any cloud there, so it's quite easy to just jump straight down onto this platform and just walk straight to the left and end this level. So on this screen, there's new events where you can jump on a rocket. You want to ride these rockets all the way up to the screen, just avoiding the ceilings so you don't bonk into anything. When you reach this checkpoint here, though, you want to take the checkpoint for a really specific reason, which we'll explain in a second. Take the checkpoint, jump up on the cloud, and then walk off to the right. These balls are really annoying to get down. You just want to try and do your best to clip and keep jumping down as best as you can, avoiding the lightning, and eventually as you fall down you want to hit this cage, and then you want to go to the left and just kill yourself, and that will spawn you back at the checkpoint. It's a lot quicker doing that than climbing all the way back up on the balls. So once you've got your checkpoint and you spawn back in, jump up on the cloud here, and there'll be another booster here. Just jump up on this booster. There's a really important trick now. There's 2 ways of doing it. The first way is to do a small jump as you're about to land on the platform. So the trick here is you want to basically jump on the platform as the rocket goes next to it, and you'll get a strange animation. It's really hard to explain until you start doing it yourself, but there's a small moment when you'll notice Rayman's jumped on the rocket and the platform at the same time, and that will put Rayman in a certain state where he can clip through certain ceilings. And then we do a really big zip here, so as we're going up you want to hold duck and crawl. You want to crawl for a few frames until you're under this flute, and then let go of crawl but keep holding duck, and it'll zip you all the way up. It's one of those tricks you'll get a feeling for, and that'll take you straight to the end sign. There is another way of doing this trick. It's really up to you how you want to do it. The first method is more reliable in my opinion, and if you do fail it, you can do this method instead. So if you do fail it, you can jump all the way down to the bottom, go to the edge of this platform, and then jump onto the rocket, and that will activate the trick for you without any sort of complicated setup or moving. And then it works exactly the same way, and you can crawl off to the left and zip up again. If you do find this crawl really tricky to do as well, there is a third option you can do. If you do this option if you failed the first time with the initial setup on the jumping on the platform on the rocket, but you want to not do that setup, just jump on it normally, push to the left, and as you're about to reach the top of the platform, it's best just to watch what we do here. You want to jump, move to the left slightly and duck, and it will count as a zip, as you can see here, and you'll zip up. It's one of those tricks you just need to get a feeling for as well. I recommend just playing around with different methods and setups until you find something you're comfortable with and can do consistently. If you're really struggling with those tricks, you don't have to do them. You can just go up the normal way, avoid some spikes, and then it's quite a lot slower, so I do recommend learning the zip. But if you are really struggling on it, you just want to finish a run, just don't worry about it. Just land, go on the rocket. I mean, I recommend trying it at least once, and then if you do fail, jump on this rocket, zoom out, go up to the top. Instead of doing the clip here, just go off to the right, avoid these spikes, go left and right along there, and you'll get to another checkpoint. Don't worry about the checkpoint, this next bit's not really hard. Jump off to the left, another platform here, and just go all the way to the top, avoiding the anti-tunes. If you just stick to the far left, they don't really hit you anyway, and the zip just basically skips out all this and use the end sign. And if you are low on health, you can grab that P, but I wouldn't worry too much because there's a big P in the next level coming up. So now we're entering the lightning screen. The biggest trick in the game is coming up, which saves a bunch of time. Essentially, you just want to keep walking off to the right, avoiding the anti-tuned and avoiding the lightning. Generally, if you just keep jumping and holding right, you'll make it through quite easily. And if you come to the bottom here, you'll grab that P here. And then what you want to do here is, if you jump normally to the right, there's no way to dodge this anti-tune unless you do a really late jump. It's a lot easier to do a damage boost, so you just want to jump normally off the edge of this platform, and as you're about to land on the platform, just tap left and you'll turn left and do a damage boost to the right, and then hold right again and carry on as normal. It's a lot easy. It's quite easy once you've done it once. So this is the biggest strat in the game. You want to jump on this small platform here. At first, you might want to kill this anti-tune if you don't feel comfortable jumping to the edge of this right platform if you want to set up properly. But if you just kill the anti-tune, if you do struggle with it, you want to jump up and hit this ring. You can either turn left after hitting it or keep holding up. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. So the main trick to this is when you're swinging, you want to hold up or down. Generally, holding up is better because if you land on the edge of a platform, it will make you drop straight down, so you want to hold up. It's a lot more consistent and more reliable. But as you're holding onto that swing, just hold up, and at a certain arc you want to press jump and you'll go flying. You'll keep your momentum as you're swinging. If you don't hold up, you'll get a really small jump and never make it to the platform, and there's no way you can make it. Essentially in this game, holding up just preserves your speed you were last at. So like I said, hold up and you'll make it there easily. Once you've done it once or twice, you'll notice how easy it is when you're holding up. You just need to get used to the actual movement, but that skips having to revisit the whole of Bongo Hills. So practice that a few times. Once you've kind of learned the feeling for it, you won't ever fail it. So once you've got that cage, you just want to jump back up here and jump off to the left. Do a small jump, drop down here, and jump over this anti-tune and keep going off to the left. On this stage here, just keep holding left. The lightning bolts will never hit you as long as you keep holding left. So as you come to this here, the anti-tunes will jump up and try and zoom at you. You just want to stand still for a second, and when they do jump up, just punch them and they'll die, and then carry on to the next one. And do that for each of the anti-tunes going forward. If you do feel comfortable, you can just do a quick punch jump, but if you're not comfortable, then just wait a second, then punch. And then jump over this anti-tune and carry on going left, and the rest of the level is pretty much simple. Just keep going left and jumping. As long as you don't stop moving, these lightning bolts won't really ever hit you, and you can make your way to the end sign. So this is the second to last screen of the Bongo Hills. It's really important here. When you first spawn in, you want to do a quick small jump onto these platforms and jump off to the left. If you're too late, you'll miss it, and if you're too early, you'll miss it as well. So you just want to kind of do a medium-sized jump. So we'll kill ourselves here and just show you how it actually looks when you spawn in. But it's just a small little jump to the left, right, then to the left, and you'll make it every time. And then just drop down to the left because we need to grab this cage. So come up here as a damage boost strat. This is an easy method to do it, and then there's a sort of easy method, but it's slightly harder, but you can choose which one you want to do. So as you're climbing up this cloud here, you can just keep climbing, and the ceiling will hit you, then hold left as soon as you get hit, and then once you've landed on the platform, do a small tap jump and you'll clip through these balls here. Sometimes you can get hit twice, but as long as you have more than 2 health, you're fine. Another faster strat you can do, instead of waiting to go all the way up to the top of the screen, you can jump onto this platform here, a full jump into the spike at the top, and then do a small tap jump from the hang. Both methods work. It's probably just give them a go and see what you feel most comfortable with. And then once you've done that clip, hit this cage on the way down, and then kill yourself, and you'll spawn back to the beginning. The reason we kill ourselves here, there's no way to make it back across to the other side. You're meant to be small Rayman on this part, but obviously we clip through that, so we can't do that. So this bit is really important. When you're spawned back in, you want to hold right without jumping straight away, and you'll go straight onto this bongo ball. Once you're on this bongo ball, you want to count 5 to the left. So once you're on this plum, just walk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the safe ball. There's an anti-tune that spawns that can sometimes hit you. You do not want to move from this ball, so just stay ducking and wait to go past it. You won't get hit by any of these bottom spikes. And then once you're there, just jump up onto these balls and keep jumping until you reach to the end sign. Jump up here. You might want to take this checkpoint at first until you feel comfortable riding these balls, but it's not too hard. You essentially want to keep jumping and avoiding these blue spikes. Sometimes you want to walk off them, sometimes you want to jump, and sometimes you need to duck. it's one of the sort of parts of the level you just need to do a few times until you just kind of know the pattern, a bit like auto scrollers really. And then just right here, keep jumping up again, avoiding the spikes like before. So we're about to jump these choco balls here. So jump over this blue spike. Be really careful not to jump into this end sign, otherwise you're in for a bad time. You want to jump over the end sign and walk off to the right to get the last cage of this level. So just drop down here. You can go to the left to reset your momentum and go off to the right. It doesn't really matter. It saves a few frames, but go off to the right and just avoid jumping on this cloud and drop down to the bottom. Once you're here, there's another strat coming up where you want to jump punch as soon as you land. That'll give you a full fist and you can hit the cage early. You don't want to go into that ting where you'll spawn some extra stuff that you have to avoid. If you do mess that jump punch up, you can just stand there and charge your fist. That all matters, just don't ever get that blue ting. Once you've done that, go off to the right, duck under these blue spiky balls, avoid these anti-tunes. They might be in just slightly different cycles if you don't wait there, but just jump over them, and then you kind of need to get a feeling for this, but the cloud will spawn underneath you. You just want to jump up on top of it. As long as you wait a few frames once you get there, then do a full jump, you'll get it every time. We'll just show that once again. There's a slight delay where the cloud spawns at the bottom, so even if you do jump a little bit too late, you can still catch it. Once you're up here, just jump in and go into the end sign. So this is the final screen of Bongo Hill. You just want to jump up here, go to the right or left of this dude, turn left, and when he hits his hammers down, it will damage boost you off to the right. When you've hit your damage boost, just hold right and you'll have enough iframes just to walk past him. On this bit here, you just want to do a quick hang on this platform, because if you're too quick, the lightning at the bottom can sometimes hit you on the way down, so just do a quick hang just to be safe and land on this cloud. These spiky balls here, they're just the spiky balls can hit you, but the things above them can't. So don't worry about actually hitting them, just make sure you jump over the blue spiky balls. It looks a lot scarier than it actually is, but it's really easy to jump over them. It's more visually scary than actually scary. On this last blue spiky here, you just want to duck, wait till you get past him, do a full jump to jump over this lightning if it spawns, wait a few frames, and then jump onto these spawning clouds. You want to be a bit careful, because if you're too slow, this clouds can despawn from underneath you. The last jump here is this cloud that's about to go up and down and up. As you're about to reach this last eye, you want to do a full jump to just reach the cloud, and it'll flip it, then you can go all the way up. If you do miss that, you need to wait for it to go back down all the way back up again. You do not want to let go of right, otherwise you can miss the cycle, so make sure you're holding right the entire time as well. Once you're up here, we need to grab this big P for the next screen. The big P matters a lot in case you fail some tricks, you need some extra health. It's just better to grab the P, and there's a slight time loss. Once you've gone to this cloud, duck underneath that guy, keep holding left. There won't be a cloud here at first, but just do a full jump and you'll land on the cloud every single time, as long as you don't let go of left. Then do a small jump and hit the fairy for good luck, and then jump onto the cloud, jump onto the second cloud, and do a full jump onto this flute, and then hold left and end the level. Usually you won't get hit by that lightning if you're just doing it quick enough, but there's a small P there anyway if you do get hit, just to get your health back.
Okay, so next level is Allegro Presto. We're gonna start off by holding jump and left to jump over this end sign. Then you're gonna hold right a little bit, but not too much. Do not get her too much speed. And then right here, you're gonna be pressing down, and you need to make sure that the frame before you press down is right. And if you do that perfectly, you will clip through here. Saves about 17 seconds, and you have to do it like around where Rayman is standing right now. So let me show that off, how that would look. Like that. Then you clip through and you get the cage. Now, I would recommend just trying it once, and then if you fail it, you just jump up here and you move on. So if you don't get the clip, you just keep moving right here. As soon, make sure to crawl underneath this green one, this green note, otherwise it hits you. Then you just keep holding right, make it past these platforms. And then here, when you land here, you're gonna be charging your fist until you reach around that green note here. That gives you the most speed. Then these notes here, they don't actually hit you when you're standing up. So you can go past this first one without having to crawl. But the one coming up, that one will require a crawl though, this one. So you crawl underneath this one and then you just full jump. So let me show you that. So you land here, you do a fizz boost, you let go around here, then you crawl and then you full jump. Then you have to crawl here again and crawl here again. And then we jump up here. You can make this normally in one jump, but if you don't, just jump up there normally. Then we grab this cage. Then we make our way down here. And then this part, I recommend doing a fist boost here. Now, depending on what stage fist you have, you will have to wait after doing the next strat. So let's say we have a slow fist here. What we do on a slow fist is we move down, we crawl here, we have to crawl here, and then immediately after crawling, to not get the hit here, we press left, so we are turned to the left while sliding down, and we start doing a fizz boost to gain way more, much more speed for this next part, and that will make this section coming up much easier. So let me show you that in one go. So we're gonna crawl here, turn, fizz boost, let go and jump, and then just jump here. And then as soon as you jump there, you want to be holding left there. And if you do it quick enough, I didn't do it quick enough. If you do it quick enough, you will stay on this platform and you just hit the cage. Now, the only time you don't have to do this if you have a stage 2 fist. If you have a stage 2 fist, you just have a lot of speed here and you can just hit the cage. So I'll show you how that would look. Back here. So if you have a stage 2 fist, still crawl here, fizz boost, jump. You crawl here, you jump here, and you would hit the cage right there. Now, if you don't make it to this platform, you have to move back left here, and then gain speed from this slope here. So you move left, you move right again, you gain speed, and then you jump. And then you can reach this platform, and then get the cage like that. Also make sure that if you have a white fist, if you're just standing on the ground, you will not actually hit the cage fully. Make sure to do it in the air and then you hit it completely. Okay, so then we jump down here. We move left, we stay down, we jump here and jump in the hole. Then we jump punch the cage. And then there's going to be a little clip here. So we're going to gain a little bit of speed again by moving up and then right. And then here, you just hold right and the game will make you auto jump like that. And then just as you land on this platform, you do a tap jump and then you will clip through this platform. So let me show you how that would look. It might take a few tries, but let's see. So auto jump, tap jump. And if you're too early, if you're too fast, it won't actually work. So let me try it again. So there we go. And then you clip through. Then after clipping through, make sure to immediately turn left so you don't hang on this platform. Then if you actually fail this clip and you move up, you just go around. So if you fail it, you're here, you just move up or move down here, and you move to the end sign. Okay, so in this screen, you just keep moving right until you hit this peak here, this slope, and then you move left because then the trumpet has spawned. And then you're just gonna be facing the same way every time, and you're gonna jump in the middle of every platform here. So each time you're in the middle of these platforms on the side, you're gonna jump. So all of them until this one right here. And on this one, as soon as you're on the ground, you're actually gonna buffer a jump. And then after you jump, you're gonna buffer another jump. And then you're gonna land on this platform here. And then you're just gonna time it here, jumping in the middle again to get on top. Now, if you don't buffer this this jump here, you will not make it. So only on the second to last you buffer, and then on the middle again. So then you keep moving on, you jump here. Sometimes you get hit by the notes, but that's fine, just move on. Then you're gonna drop down here, and then you're gonna duck pretty late. So after the trumpet sucks you in, you're gonna duck. You can actually duck too early, and you fail it. So on this one here, you're actually gonna jump right about the time where you pass the last thing, you're gonna jump. And then when you do that, you can hit the cage on the way without losing time. But you always want to turn to the right so that worst case you grab this edge. Sometimes when you are not able to grab the edge, you get pushed all the way here and then you have to move back. So if that happens, you just move back. But this is how it looks like if you get it correctly. Well, if you jump too early, that happens actually. Then you get a damage boost. But let me show you the correct way now. Okay. Getting a lot of speed here. Okay, for some reason it's not hitting the cage, but that's basically what you want to do. One more try. There we go. Okay. And now we can actually pass through here without losing any of our speed. So then here we duck again. We do a little jump there to get up that slope a bit faster. And then we hold punch here to kill that trumpet. And then we just move off. We stay to the left because there's clouds here. So we stay to the left and then we hit the end sign. Okay, so for this screen, there will be a cage spawning here by jumping towards this bongo and back. So do that, grab the cage. Then just wait for the bongo to respawn and jump on it. Then just hold right until you're at the stop. Jump on this flute, full jump on this platform here, and move on these platforms. Then if you want to make this upwards part a little bit quicker, you can make a jump up. So you're quicker there. Then here, definitely take this photographer. This next part is pretty difficult, so it's very recommended to take it. Then make it over to this platform and go back left and jump on these chocolate balls all the way up. Then for this part, you can try and as soon as you drop off to be holding right, so you get a little bit of a momentum boost towards the right, but it's no big deal if you can't get it. Then grab the cage. Then while dropping down here, there's two paths. You can either go the cloud way or the left way. The cloud way takes a while for it to despawn, so we choose to squeeze in between here. Then we hold right again until we're at this flute. And then this for this next part, it's actually easier to do it the recommended way, which is by holding right the whole time. So you're going to be holding right the whole time here. You're just going to jump on the first two platforms. And then the third one, and then you're gonna wait. I didn't do it correctly. So jump on these platforms here, and then after jumping on this one, you are still holding right, and you jump to a hang. From this hang, you can full jump on this next one, and then keep going like that. And then when you do this normally, you just keep holding right the whole time, and these cycles here will always be good. And then we keep holding right. And then we drop off of this platform, because there's a secret life here. And we move all the way left. Here, we're going to charge our fists until we're on the slope there. And then we're going to release. And that will put us all the way to the right. And we skip this part completely. So fist boost and jump right there on the slope. And then you're here. Then you're going to jump on this platform. And before you land, you want to make sure to not be pressing left or right, or you will get slippery physics and you will drop off. So let me show you what happens if you do that. So yeah, then that happens. So don't do that. So yeah, don't hold right or left just before landing on the platform. Then you're going to jump to this platform, and then you're going to jump and tap left, so you face the left side. And then you're going to be charging your fist here. And you're going to be doing a full jump afterwards. So you land on the next thing. And then you're going to jump late enough so you avoid this hang. So this hang might happen. If that happens, just move on normally. But you want to avoid this hang by jumping late. So now I'll show you the correct way. So we're going to full jump and then jump late enough here. And then you don't hang. And then you're going to jump. Do a tap jump as soon as you land on this last platform right there. Then you're gonna move right, and you're gonna spawn the clouds. Just move past them normally. And then you're gonna jump on this platform, full jump at the edge, and jump back and hit the end sign. Okay, so for this screen, you're gonna jump over the node, jump over this little gap here. You're gonna keep holding right even after the damage boost. Then as soon as you walk off of this slippery platform, you're going to be holding left, and that makes you clip through. Then you're going to be pressing right for a little bit. You basically have to get a feel for it. You don't want to press it too long nor too short. Then you're going to try and fall in between these notes here. Now make sure to not press any directions, because it will extend Rayman's hitbox and you will actually still get hit by them. So you're going to drop down here. Then you're going to walk a bit to the right until this last thing here. And then you're going to walk left again. So you build up some speed moving left. You have to crawl underneath that green note here, otherwise you get hit. So make sure to crawl underneath. Then keep moving on. As soon as you drop down, you're going to be holding your fist here to do a fist boost. You're going to release that just before this green note and immediately crawl. Crawl here again. Then here, you're gonna jump around there and then land in this hole. And then do 2 jumps. And the second jump has to be long enough to pass this second note here. If you jump too short, he will hit you. If you jump too long, or if you full jump, you will actually hit this yellow note. It's not going to hurt you, but it's going to slow you down because there's an invisible wall. So you want to jump right in between, just as I did. Then you're going to jump over this gap. And when you're on this gap, you're going to tap left to be turned to the left, because that makes it easier to jump over the next note, which is right there. So you're going to jump over him, and then you're just going to drop down. And then after dropping down, you're going to fist boost again and jump over this guy and then over this guy. Then here, you just wait on Mr. Sax to give you a note. You hit the note, even though it doesn't really matter. You just wait until he moves away, and then you hit the end sign. Now, to make this section a little bit quicker, you could opt to take a damage boost by running into him, and then just keep holding right, and then hit the end sign like that. Alright, so this is where we will get another Bitilla screen. This time we will get the helicopter power-up, so we will be finally able to hover. And yeah, this screen is really easy, just jump and helicopter. And that's about it. For Bandland for now, we'll be going into Blue Mountains next.